Yay! Hey. It's not 75 defrost. It's the same cut that they take for any game sale on Steam.
It's 75 because it is 25 for the creator.
Yeah. But that's not it's not
75% to Valve.
It's not 25 to the creator and 75 to Valve. It's 30 to Valve like it is for everything else that they do. And the rest Bethesda decides how it gets divided up. So it's Bethesda. The stuff that's not going to Valve or the creator is going to Bethesda, which is not ridiculous that Bethesda would take a cut because it is their game, but it's not 75% to Valve, to be clear.
Yeah, Valve take 30, Bethesda take 45.
Yeah.
I feel like a more fair share for Bethesda is maybe
less
20, considering they're not doing anything.
Yeah.
And then 50-50 would be fine.
Yeah. Again, that's why I said in the story, it's the way it works is like Valve takes their cut, and then it's up to the game's developer to determine how much they want to give to mods of their game. And I did say, right now that's mostly to Bethesda, which is maybe not great, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, it is a nuanced position. If Jim Sterling put out a video on it today.
It was real good. Yeah, today's Jimquisition was really solid. I mean, it echoes a lot. Jelly-filled donut just subscribed, and now I want a jelly-filled donut. Goodbye.
Jelly donut.
I mean, it echoes a lot of what we said. Is that like, it's not inherently a terrible idea.
No, I mean,
but there's a lot of problems that Valve does not have adequate answers to right now. That's like, well, what if this? What if this? What if this? And it's like, these are all really important things that you need to have answers to before people are going to be totally cool with it.
Well, I know for a fact, like, Alex's brother Ray has definitely spent a lot of time working on mods. He's done a lot of free mods, and he's extremely concerned, and rightly so, that somebody could rip off his mod and start making money from it, and he'd have no legal recourse. Like, he could be like, stop this, but realistically, Valve is not going to be able to police this, right? That's really like
which is what bugs people.
Yeah. So,
stop the local recording.
I definitely think there's.
They clearly can't police early access or Steam Greenlight, so
yeah, exactly.
Like they're going to be able to police this.
Yeah, and God, like, how do you prove that you made a mod like 2 years ago?
Well, the monthly threshold thing is not atypical for things like that. Like if you, when we used to do our shirts on Cafe Press, which was garbage at the time, there was monthly thresholds for that too. It's because it only takes like.
The problem is though, that when you're only getting 25%.
Oh yeah.
And
it's not good.
And the majority of the mods are,
a couple
bucks.
Yeah.
That $400 takes a long time to get to.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean, there's a lot of problems, but overall, the idea of being able to pay somebody money for a project that they worked on that is really high quality and it adds enjoyment and value to something, it seems like a good idea. Mm-hmm. Right? Like, that seems like, I mean, obviously modders do love it because they like it, but you know what I mean, right? Like, just because you haven't chosen to get paid doesn't mean you shouldn't be able to get paid for your hard work.
Oh, I know, Jay Blank. I know that they can and have police paid items that stole art assets. I completely know that. But there's lots that they haven't as well.
I mean, it's like playing whack-a-mole, right? You know, you get one thing and there's still like 9 other that you miss.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the moving from, like, Steam used to be a very curated storefront.
Mm-hmm. CheckPoint mods getting paid. There's the $5 to take off the bars on the side.
Well,
but yeah, Steam used to be very curated in terms of what stuff goes on there, and that has sort of been been relaxed in the last couple of years. First with Greenlight and with early access and that kind of stuff, and so but people are still often kind of expect it to be more curated than it is.
Yeah, I do think so. Yeah, I mean, Okipute.
Can Alex's brother make a Spud mod for Skyrim? I'll pay.
I don't think he
God,
wants
that'd be
to.
amazing. Alex, I have this Skyrim mod that I want you to play.
Okipute is saying, well, I mean, I was hoping the Patreon model for mods would take off. I mean, but the thing is, if you are interested in making mods and you think, oh, maybe I'll just put it up as a... And apparently they're adding a pay what you want thing for it.
Again, it's totally
or
optional.
Or just like $2. It is a lot easier for you to just sell it through a store than set up a Patreon and deal with all of the administration for that.
Not only is it totally optional to sell mods, but even if you do sell mods, it'll be this is something Gabe Newell said in the Reddit thread that he was involved in. Even if you do choose to sell, you will, maybe not now, but you will be able to have a pay what you want option as well. So I don't know. So
yeah. It's one of those things that is like, yes, good idea in theory.
So much.
The implementation needs. I feel like
a lot of work.
That Valve maybe didn't quite fully think out the implications of what they were doing when they were just like, well, we have all this other stuff that you can buy. Well, we'll just add this into the mix.
Mm-hmm.
And but there is actually quite a large difference between a mod, charging for a mod and charging for an actual game, like in Greenlight or something. So
okay, so there is a pay what you want option now with a ground floor that you can set. So yeah.
Okay, so $1 and up or something.
I guess yeah.
Anyway,
so stories that we.
Okay, I want to talk about that Peter Molyneux story where he's talking about it's his unique iterative design development process. That's horse shit. I mean, I'm not a game developer, but I am a creative person. I can tell you that is exactly like you start with a pile of ideas, and then you add new ones, and then maybe not all of them make it to the end, but then that is how we write that's how I write a CheckPoint story, that's how a Friday Nights happens.
He says in the interview that we talked about, that he knows this. He's like, I know that this is a problem. This is a mistake that I have made. And he says, and will probably make again.
Yeah, he says, he goes, I love the actual, the quote that he starts with.
It's a really good quote. Maybe I can pull it up here faster.
Is that,
wait. Wait, there it is. Okay, here's the story. Which part? Oh yeah, the mistake I made, and I've made it again and again, and if I ever do this again, I'll probably make it again, is to go to talk to the press about my current ideas. As you can see from the iterative development side, the current idea is the most exciting ever.
But he's blaming this iterative development unique process that's not unique to being creative.
But he does admit that it's a mistake. He just is like, yeah, I do this a lot, and I'll probably will again.
But if you are going to talk to the press or put a Kickstarter video out or something like that, don't talk about the bullshit you're thinking about. Talk about the bullshit you can reasonably. Every other developer seems to have mastered this.
He seems to be like everybody should know that this is just my process, despite the fact that he's doing it. He's doing this stuff completely differently than everybody else in terms of what he's actually talking about publicly.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, we actually did. I don't think we did it as a story, but there was a thing a while ago, or an interview with a previous. I saw an interview with a former Peter Molyneux, the PR handler guy, who just quit.
I can imagine.
Because he was stop.
It was just because you couldn't tell him to do it. You would just say do this. This is the stuff we want to talk about, and then he would just say completely different stuff. It'd be just why am I here?
Yeah, we want you to talk about these 5 things that we are 100% locked in for, and that we know will be in the game, and that we are currently working on doing. Stop talking about the idea you came up with yesterday that might be cool.
And actually...
And getting all excited about that, because any press person will be like, wow, he's really excited about this game. This feature that he's really hyping up, they must be working hard to get this in the game, but it's not in there!
And I mean...
John Carmack is going to make you his Daikatana.
The 22 Cans, his development studio, people former employees there have said that they'll do. They find out about new features for their game by watching the interview that he had during a convention. When he announces things that they're like, really? We're doing that?
I worked with
Okay.
somebody like that, but they weren't like Peter Molyneux visionary. They would,
They'd be like, "Oh, I'm losing the sale. I better promise stuff."
yeah, I'd better promise new things that were never going to be in there and that are very complicated to do and so you'd get this idea handed to you. It's like, we'll make this work.
Idea-ria.
What about this idea that you told us to make work last week? What are you talking about? Why would you even be working on this? You need to make this thing a reality now. But then you'd work on that, and then a week later he'd have a new idea, and he'd tell you to stop working on that other thing, which was already promised to somebody at this point as a thing that would happen, and now do this new thing because that old thing was busted and crap. It must be infuriating to work with people like that.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, he's had his own company now for a few years, but I don't know. I feel like, he chafed under the yoke of working for, a big company, but maybe he needs that kind of, somebody, he can come up with all sorts of great ideas, and then there needs to be like a few layers of administration between that and then somebody actually turning that into a real game.
A game where you have to manage Molyneux's PR would be amazing, says Havoc04. Oh, so frustrating.
I wouldn't be surprised if somebody
miserable.
would. That seems like a game someone would do for like a game jam. I mean, there was the Peter Molyneux game jam that was awesome. But anyway.
So, Silent Hills. What the heck?
Konami...
Obviously we don't know what happened.
Yeah, so I mean, like...
There's obviously some sort of creative problems at Konami between them and Kojima. But I don't understand why now and why it's so irreparable.
Or it's... Yeah, I mean, obviously, there's some sort of... It's like, maybe, because they were dropping Kojima from the Metal Gear stuff, and then they couldn't keep him on for this and drop him for the Metal Gear stuff. So it's like... I'm sure there's behind-the-scenes stuff as to all the details that we'll probably never find out.
Yeah.
Maybe from Benicio del Toro.
Yeah, he probably doesn't give that many fucks.
Guillermo del Toro?
Sorry, Guillermo del Toro.
Different guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Different guy. Although I think... Hasn't Benicio been in Guillermo's movies?
Maybe?
Just
I don't know.
confusing. Anyway, yes. Guillermo... I feel like he's more inclined to just not care and say something in public that people are like, really? But
let's do the stories that we didn't do.
Yeah. Car Mechanic Simulator 2015.
Another friggin' Steam simulator game.
are these all made by the same company?
No, they're all rip-offs.
Of like Farm Sim, I think is the original.
So, okay. There's the actual simulator games, like Farming Simulator, Euro Truck Simulator, whatever. And then there was Surgeon Simulator, which was
just making fun.
which was really funny and hilariously implemented. And then Goat Simulator, which was making fun of the idea that anything can have a simulator game.
Right.
And
then
extremely
everything
well.
else has been shit since then.
Yeah.
I feel like this...
Surgeon Sim was really, really funny, and Goat Sim was actually amazingly well done for what it was, and then everything else has been trash.
Like, I feel like this is... I think this is legit. Like, this is... They're doing the Euro Truck, whatever. Like, it's not supposed to be funny. Like, they're trying to actually do it.
Like, actually, like, you work on a car.
Yeah, you work on a car in excruciating detail.
Well, that sounds kind of
Oh, wow,
neat
this does look... Oh,
if
my
you're
God.
interested in
Yeah,
that.
this is not... Okay. I thought this was going to be a Surgeon Simulator ripoff.
No,
but
no.
I'm watching the video now. This is actually just... You are mechanicking a car.
Okay,
Yeah.
so if you want to
fair
learn
enough.
how to be a mechanic, try Car Mechanic Simulator 2015. But seriously, if you're looking for one of those, if you're looking for joke simulator games, the only two good ones are Surgeon Simulator and Goat Simulator.
Yeah. So the Final Fantasy fighting game, you saw it in the coming up there at the end.
Yeah. So apparently...
It's not like a full fighting game.
No.
No, I mean, and I don't know even if it, like, plays or whether it's just, like, a demo video they made.
Apparently it plays.
But it's an amazingly complete for considering that it's like just something that they kind of hacked together. They've got like they've made the limit gauge or the limit break meter as like the power up thing in the corner that lots of fighting games have. It's just like, wow, this is actually really cool. Wasn't there like a thing for wasn't that part of the original Final Fantasy 13, whatever it was called?
Oh, it's just a dev project.
Yeah, it was just like a but this particular thing was just the dump. But I thought like one of the things they initially announced.
Oh yeah, Final Fantasy Versus 13.
Right, was originally
was going to be a fighting game.
It was going to be a fighting game, and then
Yeah,
it turned into
and now
another
it's
thing.
now it's Final Fantasy 15.
Right, now it's
instead.
the driving down the road game.
Yeah.
So it's like, obviously they have the talent and
That's
the
true.
inclina-
Dissidia and Ergas were both actual fighting games.
But so obviously they have like the interest to actually make a fighting game, and maybe it wouldn't be that much work.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, this isn't fully formed as it is, but that's like something they did in their spare time because they're between shipping products. If they actually like put time into it, it's even
Fabulous exploding crystals.
my favorite.
Fabula Nova Crystallis. It's a little different.
My favorite part about the fighting game thing is they have like when the person's limit break fills up,
Yeah.
they do they show like the limit break thing, and it's this insanely long thing of like people like the various other Final Fantasy 14 characters like run in and do attacks and do different like it's obviously being kind of silly.
Dr. Magnified Paul actually streamed Psychonauts. Yeah.
Yeah.
The replays should be up on the YouTube channel. So here's a weird one. There's a pro Smash Brothers player who is getting sponsored by Faku, which is a site that posts hentai manga.
I'd never heard of it.
He tweeted about it. He tweeted to them, I think, as a joke. No, he tweeted a joke about like getting sponsored by Faku or something, and then their Twitter account responded and was like, "Yeah, that would be funny." And then he was like,
And then they kept kind of like
would
going
you
back
be
and
into
forth.
that? They kept sort of like running with the joke, and
Yeah.
then they were like, "All right, you know what? Sure, we'll sponsor you."
So apparently the sponsorship mostly at the moment is just like they sent him a bunch of product.
Yeah, but he might have he might get a jersey.
Oh,
Might get a
Jesus.
jersey.
Yeah.
The Amazing Hobo says, "Thank you for explaining what Faku is, Graham. I certainly didn't know what it is." Cough.
Wow.
It's been a long-running joke that Brazzers wants to sponsor some sort of esports. They should. I don't see why not. I mean, doesn't Pornhub sponsor a esports team?
They tried.
They tried?
It didn't last for very long.
Oh, was the team bad, or did there? Was
I
there
don't-
like
I don't
reasons
know-
they
I don't
couldn't
know what-
sponsor it, or?
I don't know what the details
I thought
are.
Pornhub had a league team. I could be wrong.
I don't know what the details are, but in this story about the Faku thing, they just briefly mentioned the like short-lived Pornhub team.
What's this one? The GTA
So
worst taxi
basically,
drivers ever?
In GTA 5, you can take a taxi and you will sit and you will drive along with the taxi. It's very realistic. But the taxi drivers are bad. And if you tell a taxi to go from a certain point to another certain point, it won't take the route it tells you that you told it to take. It will take the super dangerous, like, high mountain pass route. Somebody compared it to that Peruvian road of death because the driver is so incompetent. And there's lots of videos that you can watch of the taxi driver stopping to let rabbits cross the road and then running over pedestrians and then driving over cliffs.
And the other thing is when you're
It's a specific route.
Yeah, so it's a specific route, and the idea is that you can tell the taxi driver, like you can say, "I'm in a hurry," which will cause the AI to drive faster.
So you set point A and point B for your route, tell them to hurry, but they'll take a different route, and you just try to see if you can live.
Yeah, apparently you have about a 10% survival chance.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Because the AI drivers are not good. It's funny though.
What's great is sometimes they like drive off a cliff. There's a specific part where they almost always fail, and they drive off a cliff, and the car goes sideways, and there's a perfect little there's like two rocks that come together, and the car just gets wedged sideways in between these two rocks.
Here, let's
It's pretty funny.
watch some
Let's
of this.
watch together.
I doubt we need the audio.
No,
I know.
I watched this video.
I have not. So they're
It's very cinematic. Yeah.
sorry, hiker.
It's okay. Her dog's okay. They almost run over.
They break a bit for this guy. So the hurry just makes them like haul.
Yeah.
It gets it like basically turns them into like the. It looks like it's changing into like the AI. That's almost like when you're trying to pursue somebody or whatever. I mean, I'm sure there's all sorts of different knobs for the AI as to what things that prioritize.
Yeah, they just see and look. They stopped for a rabbit.
I don't think they stopped for that rabbit.
No, but they did. They came to a stop because a rabbit was in front of the car.
Yeah, I think they stopped too late.
I'd like to think that the rabbit was underneath, like between the two wheels, and it's fine. That rabbit is fine.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
Uh oh.
This is like Crazy Taxi levels of...
Yeah.
Crazy Taxi played by somebody not very good.
Oh no.
Like,
No. Wham.
This is very cinematic. Oh, but they're okay.
Full recovery.
We got there. Oh,
Nothing.
this looks bad.
Yeah.
Okay. I recall from GTA 3 at least, the taxis always had fairly good handling. Oh boy. Nope, that's bad. Oh no.
Yeah.
Those rabbits are okay.
I like that there's random rabbits on the road.
Two wheels.
Two wheels, nice.
Oh.
Yeah, apparently this is the part where I saw another video where somebody goes off the cliff here.
Oh.
Too.
Keep it together.
Oh, that was close. How long are we going to watch this perfectly normal cab ride in Atlanta?
Oh, wait,
here he
there
goes.
Oh, no. Goodbye forever. No.
I want my money back on this cab ride. You just try to get out? No. Goodbye. And then just gets wedged.
No, wait.
I'm waiting. It says there's something surprising to happen. Is this further attempts?
Oh, no. I think this is a replay from a different angle.
He's being all cinematic.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah,
I
so
love
it
that
gets
it just
perfectly
wedges
wedged.
perfectly in
You
there.
see the driver being like, "Rrrr." You were in the middle of nowhere, and then
You're just getting out. Well.
So he gets out. And then the driver gets out.
yeah.
And then the driver's just like, I'm out of here.
Goodbye.
And then he just jumps off.
Spring break.
So, yeah.
Wham. So, yeah, it's the route is... Yeah, you tell them this route, but they take this route.
For some reason.
That's amazing.
Anyway.
I see you guys making Og-laugh jokes in the chat.
There's the sweet 200cc Mario Kart thing.
Yeah, which we talked about.
Yeah. Man.
I want to see that.
Really
apparently, the story, because we talked about this on a previous checkpoint, but the reason there's a story this week is because apparently...
Now it's actually out.
Apparently, it's out, and apparently it, really changes the game.
Well, it's people who are, high-level players. They talk about, because what it does is it makes it so that, because basically the floor on your speed is a lot higher than it used to be. So even whereas before you, so basically handling becomes way more important, just because. So basically makes light characters way better than they used to be, because before, as you get into high levels, you almost had to play the heavyweight characters because the computer could play heavyweight characters and just knock you, just completely prevent you from doing anything. Whereas now you can play lightweight characters and the handling allows you to actually do stuff. Whereas if you're playing the heavyweight characters that don't handle as well, you go really fast, but you spend a lot of time smashing into walls. So it's supposed to be really sweet, but unfortunately, we were like, we gotta play this on Crossing the Streams, but you have to get gold in all of the 150cc races before you get 200cc's. And if you saw our level of play when we were doing Crossing the Streams for Mario Kart, that would take a while.
Bad idea.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to grind off stream. And then finally, there's something called Project Elysium that wants to use VR to revive your dead loved ones. So you can make VR models of them and then interact with them, and that doesn't sound awful at all.
It sounds weird.
Don't do that.
They haven't talked about it. They haven't released too many of the details. But basically they're saying they have some technology that will allow them to recreate a person and sort of make a 3D model of the person based on photos and stuff, which just seems like that would be a horrible thing. That would be so you can sort of see a terrible glassy-eyed version of your loved one that doesn't act or look any.
Yeah.
You like it? I don't think I want that.
Yeah, most people are just noping out.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a Stephen King book about that.
There's lots of sci-fi about this going wrong.
All right. You ready to welcome some subscribers?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I'm sorry, I didn't do it last week because I was really sick.
I know.
So this is my first week back on the horse in 3 weeks or something crazy.
Well then. Joined username Defense Corps.
Oh. Well, we're starting... Oh.
Starting strong.
It
begins.
It comes again. So there is the username Kaiju appeared out of the sea, and then he came out of username Retirement. Now he's joined the username Defense Corps.
Yep.
Who knows what will happen with the username saga, but I'm guessing no pirates this time. Maybe username Ava? Username... What was the things in Pacific Rim?
Jaegers?
Username Jaeger. Username...
Jaeger name?
Jaeger name, yeah.
Jaeger name saga. Ooh, maybe that's where that's going. Today we're canceling the username apocalypse.
Yeah, I know that you were the second sub today joined username Defense Corps. I need to know from anyone who can check who's subscribed before you, because
it's not coming up on our list.
Unless it was Lord Zarano. Because the list is missing some stuff. So, anyway, join username Defense Corps, though.
Yeah. Woo! Getting the damn robot. Getting in the username robot. Getting in the username robot filled with suspicious goo. Mm-hmm. Getting in the username robot filled with unsuspicious goo.
Oh, okay. We have DialM for Maura as the second sub, so it's just backwards on ours.
Okay, that's fine.
Addy Pine, no, that was 6 hours ago. Anyway.
Alright. DialM for Maura.
DialM for Maura. Who sent us a hat.
Yeah, for feed dump.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's that knitted one out there.
Ooh. Sorry, I'm yawning. I'm so thinking. Alright. Let's see. DialM for Maura. Hey, internet folks, are you looking for a Maura-based solution for your Maura-based problems? I don't mean the Shin Megami Tensei Maura. That's like a penis in a chariot. I mean a regular Maura, like a person. You know what you can do? Dial M for Maura. That's right. 1-800-DIAL-M for Maura. Don't worry about counting those numbers. You can have a Maura delivered to you anytime, no questions asked. How many Mauras? Well, we only do one at a time. But you know what? Still, that's better than any other dial service providing real people. Yes, Paul?
I have a question.
What's that?
What's a Maura?
The lady.
Ah.
Okay. I mean, it's not for you to... I mean, basically, you just need someone to show up whose name is Maura to settle a bet.
Oh, okay.
This is what this is for.
So it's
a Maura, but we only have the
Maura.
one.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. But we got dial... It's a service. So
Yeah.
try it today. 1-800-DIAL-M for Maura.
All right. I feel like the dial M for murder or whatever, that doesn't really work now that we have with the touchtone phones. Like that was for the rotary dial more.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Sorry. Next for you is Rathlin kicks balls.
Rathlin kicks balls.
Because remember your friendship
yeah.
bracelet, the trim made you was missing an E.
Yeah, because she ran out of E's.
Yeah.
So it's Rathlin.
Rathlin kicks balls.
Hey, everybody, are you looking for somebody to manage a thing and make sure it gets done? Why not? You don't want to hire Kathleen, you want to hire Rathlin. That's the nickname I get when apparently I am being in charge. And by being a total Rathlin, I'm saying, hey, come here and do this now. But I'm not really being mean about it. At least I don't think I was being mean about it. It was more like a firmness of just like, no, this is non-negotiable. If you need to go to the bathroom, I really need you to do it now. You know, but it wasn't cruel. I don't know. Rathlin makes it seem like there's more fire spewing and like brimstone raining from the sky, which I'd like to do if I could, but I mean, it's not necessarily a guarantee. So anyhow, but if you want somebody to be like, you know, keeping you on your toes and organized, but also to deliver a traumatic testicular injury, try Rathlin kicks balls.
Well, I guess that's the traumatic testicular injury is what happens if you don't. You know,
I mean,
that's where
maybe.
the wrath part comes in.
Maybe not.
Similarly, we also still have Kathleen kicks balls hard. Also resubscribed.
Oh my god, what? There's two of these?
Yeah.
That's weird. Aw, Canna Geek says giving money for Maura to get herself a sub-commercial is part of her anniversary present.
Aww.
Oh, it's adorable.
It's the best.
Yeah, it's not even.
Can we spoil the hat before we actually use it?
Yeah, I think so. That's fine.
I'll go get the hat.
At some point, there's going to be enough that there's just going to be 15 variations on Kathleen kicking balls, and that's going to be all the subscriber commercials for the entire day.
Don't even say it. That's not. Kathleen sounds like Kathleen on full tilt. Hey, maybe I am a tilty salty lady. Just people are so stupid. So stupid.
It's like, I don't tilt out. It's not my fault people are stupid.
Yeah. Alright, Kathleen kicks balls hard.
Ooh.
It says feed dump, and it has the feed dump logo.
Yeah.
What?
And it's actually perfectly sized for my tiny head.
We have
Not that my head's that small.
We have many feed dump hats, but this is the first actual feed dump hat.
Yeah, it's the first one that's ever said feed dump. And it's beautifully made, too. It's a really nice hat. Oh, I put it on so you could see the lettering. 1 second.
There you go.
Feed dump. See? That looks really good.
Nice.
It's a lovely hat. There. Anyhow, what was I saying? Alright, Kathleen kicks balls hard. Hey everybody, I've been advertising this service for what seems like an eon now, and not single taker on my services. And what can I say? I don't just kick balls, I kick balls hard. Maybe that's where I'm not making myself clear. This isn't just to come up in a whisper of a ball kick. This isn't the promise of a ball kick, or maybe just an amuse-bouche of a ball kick. This is a full-on blow. This is a nuclear detonation of pain and destruction. This is not something that can be taken lightly, because if you took it lightly, you would die. This is a hard ball kick that is delivered by an expert trained in the art of kicking balls. I mean, I actually haven't had any training, but I mean, how hard could it be? Just crotch,
Very hard.
foot, aim. Yeah, how hard could it be? Very hard, because I will be kicking hard, but the actual act of which is quite simple, I'm sure. One day I will do it. I may be an amateur, but I guarantee you I'm putting my whole heart, soul, and, upper leg strength into it. Kathleen kicks balls hard. Try it today.
It's important that you maintain your amateur status for Olympic reasons.
Yeah.
Sen's Fuppin' Fortress.
All right, so what happens in Sen's Fortress?
Oh, it's miserable. It's full of snake people.
Okay.
There's a golem
Oh, there's all
on
those
top
fucking
of it.
traps.
Yeah, there's big knifey pendulums.
Yeah.
There's a big dude who throws boulders at you up top. It's
By the time you get up to
the
the top, they're yeah. Okay, Sen's Fortress. I'm not being a Dark Souls person.
No, I know.
Hey everybody, do you like punishment? Then you'll like Dark Souls. But do you want even more punishment from Dark Souls? Why not come to Sen's Fuppin' Fortress? That's right, Dark Souls not punishing and irritating and knife edge of extreme difficulty enough for you. Well, why not try a place filled with snakemans and traps and knives to slice you and boulders to crush you and general irritants and not enough fucking bonfires. That's right, it's Sen's fucking fortress.
Snakes covered in spikes and boulders. It's the
That
knife.
F that place, says
The-
Foxmar.
It's the knife boulders that you really have to worry about.
Yeah.
Zethros. Zethros.
Zethros.
Zethros. 2 S's.
So like Zeth Russ.
Sure.
Who is that?
I'm Kathleen, I will pay you $5 for you to kick Stephen Harper in the balls. I'm sorry, my rates are much higher than that.
There's
if you
a
have to ask how much it is for me to kick someone in the balls, you can't afford it. It's one of those services.
non-zero amount of prime ministerial assault that's is associated with.
Babylon 5. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. I was like, what's Zethros is the name of a guy from, he's like a
Keeper of the Machine.
cool, yeah, he's a cool, like, monkey man in Babylon 5. Yeah.
I'm just saying, Kathleen, we need a lot more money for the defense.
Yeah. Like I said, if you have to ask how much it is, you can't afford it. It's one of those services. It's like those super fancy restaurants in, like, New York, right? How much is the wine? Don't even worry about it, right? All right, Zethros. Hey, Zethros, in honor of your Babylon 5 story, or in honor of your Babylon 5 username, I will tell you a Babylon 5 story. So here's the deal with Babylon 5. I made a Babylon 5, an extended Babylon 5 reference in my food round, in my quiz, and I said this Earth food, native to Scandinavia, apparently is a bit of a running joke in Babylon 5, because all of the major spacefaring races have developed something that tastes exactly like it. And I went to list all of the ones that were from the various races in Babylon 5. But I said, but just name me the Earth one. And people were like, I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. And it was Swedish meatballs. And I was very disappointed in the people attending my quiz, because nobody got that one. Babylon 5.
It's been a long time.
But that's like a Babylon 5 fact.
Flarn, apparently.
Yeah, Swedish meatballs. Even I knew that, and I'm not a huge Babylon 5 fan.
Yeah, but you are a fan of facts.
That's true.
Defending your trivia because it's something you know is not a very good defense.
I also said it was a popular Scandinavian food. How many popular Scandinavian foods are there?
I don't know.
3.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Are Swedish meatballs a Scandinavian food? I mean,
yes.
it's just meatballs, really.
Yeah, but they're Swedish meat. Like, if I said
Yeah.
name a popular Scandinavian food, I mean, you'd probably be like, I don't know, Swedish meatballs, right?
Hakarl?
That's not a popular food.
No, it's not. I only know the crappy ones.
Yeah,
Yeah, Ever Becky says, I don't know Babylon 5 at all, but that seems like the most obvious guess.
Generic Evil Genius has subscribed.
Generic evil genius, if you need a man to plan an apocalypse or maybe just a genocide, why not try generic evil genius? He's pretty dull, so he doesn't have ideas of his own, but he can make your ideas come to life. Generic evil genius planned this horrible thing, and he has no morals. Hooray!
Very nice. Hail the RNG with a 3-month resub. I haven't been mentioning the resubs, I'm sorry. Kathleen Kicksballs Hard was a 2-month resub. Zethros was a 15-month resub.
Wow.
And Generic Evil Genius was an 11-month resub. And the other subs were new.
yay.
Hail the RNG. Hail the RNG. Wait, what's a hard to get gun in Destiny?
I don't know.
Galahorn?
Sure.
That's the one everybody wants, right?
Yep. You're not wrong.
Okay. Look how much stuff I just absorbed by being video game adjacent.
By being in the room at the time.
Hey, it's strategy.
Yep.
Hail the RNG. Hail the RNG. I finally got the gun I've been waiting for in Destiny. It's a Galahorn. I am so happy. It's like I was just born. It is a rocket launcher that blows things to smithereens, and I am very happy. Hooray. The RNG, for once. Normally it's a piece of shit. I fucking hate it. The RNG, fuck you.
Nice.
Are you really that happy when you're just born? I don't think so.
I mean,
it's not usually considered
I was trying
really
to. I could not.
top.
I had realized I did not have anything to rhyme with Galahorn.
That's true.
So
Well,
watching porn.
Vex mythoclast would have been harder to rhyme.
Yeah, actually.
You can rhyme with ass.
Yeah. Bald rash.
Wait, what else rhymes with Galahorn?
I say watching
Horn,
porn.
born, shorn, corn.
Eating corn. That's something that's fun to do. Yeah.
John Zorn. Or is a stretch?
Something with the thorn.
Thorn.
Morn. Bjorn. Something with a guy named Bjorn. Like from ABBA.
Dancing Queen.
Yeah. Getting the
Michael Dorn.
Getting it is almost as good as hanging out with Michael Dorn.
Oh, playing Storm. Oh, there you go. Playing it's almost as good as that doesn't skip.
Playing Bloodborne.
Oh. Well,
Bald rash.
Bald Rash.
Ew.
With a 2-month resub.
Hey, everybody, do you have a rash on your bald head inexplicably, or maybe other parts of your body that no longer sprout hair for a variety of depilatory-based reasons? Then you might have a bald rash. If you have a bald rash, did you know there's a class action lawsuit that you can apply to be a part of?
It's like,
are they suing whoever made them bald or whoever gave them a rash?
every third commercial on American television, I swear. Did you take this medication and have one of these fucking awful things happen to you?
Side effects of bald
There's
rash
a class action lawsuit.
may include rash, baldness, a rash in an area of baldness, exploding nipples.
So they always
If you think you're eligible
put that one in.
for this $9 settlement, which
Do they
is better
explode
than nothing.
inwards or outwards?
It depends on the rash.
All right.
If you think you're eligible for this $9 settlement, just write to, well, I guess $9 is better than nothing, and I still have this awful goddamn bald rash. Care of Litigious & Co. Lawyers.
I feel that's. I mean, we really like having the resubs are great because you can see how long you've subscribed for and everything. But in some ways, I almost I kind of wish that Bald Rash, doesn't have a and like it changed to bald head without rash.
Yeah.
Is his new username.
Yeah. Just bald, no rash.
Yeah.
Black Wolf with a 16-month resub. Black Wolf or Black Wolf.
Black Wolf, new DC superhero, so dark and angsty. Black Wolf, just like Batman, but without the baggage. Black Wolf, he fights crime, but in an angsty way. Does not wear a lot of colors, because that's what the kids like today. Black Wolf, buy our shit. Come on, we're at least as good as Marvel.
I love it.
Looks like a juggalo.
Not African American.
No, not like Black Panther.
Or
well, he's not African American.
No.
He's actually just African. Or no, he's
Black Lightning.
Yeah,
is
from Harvey Birdman. Well, from Hanna-Barbera.
Yeah.
In your pants. Tyrannic Moron with a 21-month resub. Tyrannic Moron.
That is a lot of resubs. Thanks for supporting us for almost 2 years, Tyrannic Moron. I don't think it's going to get better than this.
But clearly,
I mean,
if you've been holding out for the 21 months hoping that it's going to get better, it might not be that prudent.
But, I'm much warmer now that I'm wearing this lovely toque that DialM for Maura made.
Good.
I've been sitting here sort of freezing to death in the office, and I'm like, I'm cold! And Graham and Paul are like, you're crazy. Maybe I just needed a warm hat.
Black Vulcan was created for the Super Friends. There's Black Manta, Black Bolt, also not black.
Loading Ready Live. We've pretty much peaked. I hope not.
It's all downhill from here.
I mean,
all right, Tyrannic Moron. He is not too bright, but he's well-intentioned. Too bad he's a Tyrannosaurus. Oh no, so clumsy, even with those small arms, knocks things over. Tyrannic Moron. Don't invite him to your house. Can't play the piano or hold a teacup, but he will wreck your shit. Tyrannic Moron. He's misunderstood.
Sarafina has subscribed. Sarafina.
Ooh, that is a new sub.
I think Sarafina might have subbed before, but
And then, like...
probably. Because I know Featherweight subbed before, and there's no months. Look, it's not perfect system.
Let's see.
Sarafina.
Sarafina. She is a lady named after an angel, but perhaps not as angelic as one might think. It's like naming your kids chastity or virility or hope or prayer. It always goes downhill. They always turn out kind of bad. Sarafina in detention again. Sarafina, really, you need to learn some basic manners. Well, put down that flamethrower. This is an elementary school. Sarafina, comically misnamed.
I like to point out that the whole naming kids after virtues, virility is not one of the virtues that they name kids after. That is not one of the standard 7 virtues, I have to say.
I was like...
Verity.
Hope and chastity?
Verity.
Verity, yeah. That's
that's it. I knew it was a V.
This is our kid.
It was a word that started with a V and ended with Y.
This is our kid chastity. This is our kid virility.
We have different futures in mind for them.
Yeah, I feel like have been worse children's names. Even, yeah. Sarafina, I might not be.
Featherweight.
Manners, no.
Featherweight.
Sarafina, I was crafting a rich narrative, maybe not about you, just about a girl that happened to share your name and was...
I bet you think this rich narrative is about you, don't you? I don't know.
Wow. Taking it back, old school.
Hey, Featherweight _. Fecundity.
It's I like to think of it as featherweight. It's just like it's featherweight with a pause
just
afterwards.
Just a long pause.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Thank you, Lord Husk, 21st monthly resub.
Oh, Sarafina says you were right. That she did sub.
Aha.
Or they. It's a lady's name, and your avatar is also a lady, so I think that you're a lady. If you're not, I apologize. It's making me think ladylike things. Ladylike thought. It might be the only time I've ever had a ladylike thought. All right, Featherweight. Featherweight. Wait, I should do a good commercial for Featherweight.
As opposed to the crap you normally churn out.
Well, as opposed to just like what I usually do is just like open my mouth and let sounds come out.
Go for it. I'm sure that's what he wants.
Probably.
Featherweight
has some stuff. Oh,
yep,
fuck.
good.
Doesn't weigh very much.
It's going well.
No, hold on. Give me a second here. I'm a lady. Thank you. Yay.
Technically speaking, featherweight could be very heavy. It could be a very large feather.
Yeah.
I mean, that doesn't actually tell you how heavy it is. It just
it
compares
could be like 8 miles
What
long.
weighs more, a ton of bowling balls or a ton of feathers?
Nah.
Yeah.
I feel like even a child is like, you said they were both a ton.
That's the trick. People get caught on that all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never seen anybody who's gotten caught on that.
Well,
little
I'm
kids.
talking about children.
Well, they're stupid. They don't know anything. You
Okay.
can't hold that against them. They're ignorant. Literally.
Yeah, but it could be like a rock feather or something. That would not be like
ROC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feathers.
Rocks are very big.
As far as I know, ROCK rocks do not have feathers.
Not that I'm aware of.
Wait, the mythical birds?
Yeah.
ROCK rocks do not have feathers. ROC rocks
I
do.
thought you said ROC rocks don't have
No.
feathers. Wow, this is a debate. Let's do a song. Featherweight, he's the man. Featherweight, he does what he can. He draws our stuff and makes us look good, even though it's slightly suspicious where he gets his intel from. Featherweight, seriously, get out of my house. Featherweight, quiet as a mouse. You can eat the food and even stay on my couch. Just stop watching me while I sleep.
Inigo Vitari, we're talking hypothetically. We realize that rocks are mythical creatures.
Right. I guess technically speaking, a rock feather doesn't weigh anything because it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Oh, like
But-
ghosts. However, if you haven't read Stolen Jokes, I
You
recommend you go do it because it is suspiciously accurate.
That was I think that was on like one of these panel shows that Richard, what's his name? I can never remember his last name.
Iowati?
Yeah. He was. They're talking about, for some reason they were talking about Sherlock Holmes. They're like, and they're complaining about Robert Downey Jr.'s saying like, you got the accent all wrong. Like it's like Sherlock Holmes doesn't sound like that. You should go with this. And then Richard is like, Sherlock Holmes didn't exist. He's not a real person. We don't know what he sounded like.
He could sound like anything.
Yeah.
Pagan Pilgrim has subscribed.
Pagan Pilgrim, going on a religious journey. Halfway through, realizes the gods he's going to visit don't have temples. What does he do? Just stops, sets up a B&B, caters to other pilgrims on the way, has a nice business, has a nice family, has a quaint retirement. Pagan Pilgrim, pilgrimage didn't work out so well because there's no temples to Iowati, who is a god that does not exist.
Nice.
I'd like to think his pilgrimage still turned out to be a net positive, though. Also he got calves of steel.
No kidding. Under 5 core. Or underscore.
Underscore.
I like to think of that as underscore score.
Yeah. See this one.
Yeah. I like that.
Meow.
He even had the stuff that I kept in the back, because I had a clear phone case stuffed with 4-leaf clovers, and it's even the same phone case.
Details.
Creepy.
Details, yo.
Creepy.
Details.
Creepy.
Crappy.
Underscore.
So crappy.
3 spoopy 5 me.
Underscore score.
Under underscore 5 core.
Sorry, what?
Under. It's spelled under underscore 5 core.
Oh, good. Under underscore 5 core. Under underscore 5 core. That's the name of my hardcore band. We do covers of Korn and Tool because we are 15. We think we're pretty sweet, and the girls that don't think we are gross and slimy also think we are cool. They want to play in our band too, but the patriarchy tells us that they should not. Girls are not for bands, but maybe we should let them in because the other girl's a better bass player than Steve. She practices more. Steve is kind of terrible, and just because he's my next door neighbor and been my best friend for years doesn't necessarily mean he should be an underscore 5 core.
Wow.
Brings up a lot of good points.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people ended up in bands because they were the next door neighbor of the person starting the band.
I knew kids in bands in high school. They were almost universally terrible.
N spoopy. N plus 2 me.
I actually the other day I was like waiting at a bus stop, and I heard some sort of muffled music playing, and I was like, oh, that's those people have their that house has their sound system turned up way high, and then I noticed that it was like
what?
Not very good.
With Featherweight just pinged again with an 11-month resub.
Yay!
There we go. Weird.
Yay.
But why did it ping now when chat, not you in the chat. The coding of chat. I don't understand you.
Figure it out. But anyway, I was waiting at a bus stop, and I heard some music that I was like, that's not as good as I would expect a recording of music to be. And I was like, and it's kind of muffled. Oh, wait a minute. Is that actually coming from the garage? Is there actually a garage band in a garage here? Oh, that's so awesome. That's so quaint.
I know.
I was like, I didn't know garage bands actually practiced in garages still.
Many great and thousands of awful bands got their start in garages.
I know. I mean, garage band, that's like a whole genre of music almost. But I was just surprised that, I feel like, more people are living in condominiums now.
Yeah.
And, people have smaller garages. They
live in townhouse complexes, so you can't really have the garage band practice there.
Yeah, it's actually having a garage band in a garage. It's like a garage sale is often just on your front lawn now. Mm-hmm. Anyway.
I hope that even though we are moving towards density, that there will still be garages for terrible teenage bands to get their start in.
We'll just have to set up special garages just for that.
Yeah.
I would be actually fine with that, to set up like if I was a property owner, I'd be all for setting up like a community jam space for like teenagers to sit around and like make bad music in. You got to do it somewhere. Otherwise, how do you get new bands?
So
everyone's bad when they start.
So those were the 15. Those were the first 15. But some other people have subscribed today, so we will say hello to them as well. Mirnus with a 16-month resub. Welcome, Mirnus.
Mirnus, you're the man. Pronounce your username. Yes, we can.
Gassan PL has subscribed. I believe that's a resub. There may have been some lapse in between, but welcome back, Gassan PL.
Gassan PL, your name has many letters. Some are vowels.
Good one. Jelly-filled
Actually,
donut.
I guess only one is vowels because it's just 2 A's.
Yeah, you could buy a vowel once and get both vowels. Jelly-filled
Would
donut
not help you on Wheel of Fortune.
has subscribed and made me want a jelly-filled donut. Not that I'm already not super hungry.
I really want a jelly donut now for lunch. Graham,
Works.
let's go to the store and get donuts.
Okay.
Before we record the Magnum Rewatch podcast.
Obviously,
Sounds good.
There can be no drawbacks.
Yep.
Obviously, in the pocket of the jelly-filled donut marketing council.
I am fine with being in the pocket of Big Jelly.
Big Donut.
So
the problem
jelly.
With, problem with Big Donut is that they surround you.
King Bytor 2112.
Whoa.
King Biter 2112.
No, Bytor.
King Bytor 2112.
Not the King
Promoted
Biter.
from Earl of Bytor 2112. And before that, Alderman Bytor 2112. And before that, Thane Bytor 2112. And before that, regular peasant Bytor 2112.
Yeah,
really
just-
showing mobility in the English aristocracy, King Bytor 2112.
Yeah, before that, he was just like Dave Bytor.
Yeah. CheckPoint mods getting paid.
CheckPoint mods getting paid. Gonna use that sweet Twitch money to buy donuts because that is responsible use of our funds.
See, without your funds, with your funds.
Yeah.
The sides are DLC. Death and Decay 1 with a 2-month resub. Welcome back, Death and Decay 1.
Death and Decay 1, perky, happy username. Nobody likes Death and Decay, but without that there would be no life. Truly, you are a goth who understands this kind of thing.
It's true. The world where nothing ever dies is actually incredibly horrifying.
Yeah.
Rebellious Uno with a 14-month resub. Welcome back, Rebellious Uno.
Rebellious Uno. He is a man. He is leading a rebellion. I don't see why you should be surprised.
And
He's just by himself though, so it's not that scary a rebellion.
Noxo Chills with a 14-month resub. Welcome back, Noxo Chills.
If you took... Wait, what was the thing? Oh, right. If you have bald rash, side effects may include baldness, rashiness, baldness with a rash, rashiness with baldness, and Noxo Chills.
It's almost nacho chilies.
Nacho Chilies.
And Featherweight _ again.
Somehow Featherweight subscribed twice. Nobody knows how. All right, that's it for CheckPoint
Yay!
for today. But Paul will be back in 50 minutes, 50 minutes, with more Star Control.
No.
Oh.
We are complete.
Where are you
We
playing now?
defeated the San Matra battle station.
What did he do after you took his feet off?
They were like, ah! They were...
Now we got
Actually, the monster, the aliens that were fighting actually did not have feet. They had lots of tentacles.
Then how could you really defeat them?
I suppose that's true. And then I played some... I filled up time by playing some Commander Keen.
Oh, sweet.
Which you can just play online now.
What? Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome. I remember playing
Yeah.
Commander Keen.
But for today, I have something different to play.
What are you gonna play?
Is it going to be a surprise?
Well, it's going to be a surprise right up until I actually change the thing.
Okay,
But
cool. Well,
you shall see.
come back in
Wait, can you tell me what it is?
50 minutes. Well, after. Come back in 50 minutes
I tried, chat.
and
But you thought you were
for
gonna...
things on my stream with Paul.
I was going to tell you, and then they would hear it.
Yeah. Hey, man. You don't get anything unless you try. The bold go the spoils.
Okay, goodbye everyone. We're gonna play some commercials on the way out, and come back for Paul later. Thanks for joining us for CheckPoint.
Bye.